Energy Manager tutorial. I am working on wind power in the Caribbean. I'm going to show you what the map looks like. A lot of my power plants are in the Northeast. I've expanded down into the Caribbean, and you can see that I have lit up other locations where I could build more plants. The reason why I'm here in the Caribbean is because I thought that there would be more wind available and that I'd be able to earn more money. I'm going to show you what they're producing. This one's doing 7,600. This one's doing 4,800. They're both pretty good. In fact, the one that said 7,000, I think I had it up to 22,000. That was my recollection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell some of my windmills and I'm going to move them down into the Caribbean. I have to first decide which windmills I'm going to sell. Probably not going to be these. Going to compare them to see how they're doing. 9,600. So they're doing a little bit better than the Caribbean. And what do I got over here? It says 0. Yeah, that's kind of low. 7,000. This one also says 0. It says that it doesn't meet the minimum speed. Here it says 6.0. Okay, so I have some in Long Island. I'm going to go to Long Island. That's obviously Massachusetts. I'm here in Long Island. I am going to start selling off some of these windmills. Don't understand why they're all off. I thought they're supposed to come on automatically when you sell your power, but lately it hasn't been doing that. There must be a bug in the game. Okay, so first I'm going to check the details. I want to see how it performed over the past few months. It looks like it's pretty good. Time to sell it. I'm going to go into details. When you sell it, you get about 80% of the value back. And I really only have enough to buy 2 or 3 windmills. Take it offline, check the details. Did pretty good. Got most of my money back. Gonna do one more. The new windmills are gonna generate a lot more power. This one also did well. They're gonna generate a lot more power. I'm sorry that my computer is so slow. In order to get wind power, you want to be in Colorado or you want to be near the water because obviously when you're near the water, nothing is going to slow the wind down. So you should get higher speed. And the issue that I have is I don't know what the average wind speed is. Over here it says 11. That's pretty good, but I don't know that it's always going to be that well. So I am going to build something. I'm going to build one of the smaller ones. I'm going to go to wind. And I'm going to pick one of the bottom two. Actually, they're the same price. It's a little bit odd because I've been buying a lot of them. The price is going up. This one has a lower cut-in speed. which is why I want it. You want to build so that the transformer is near the storage unit. And then I'm going to put the windmills over here. And then bring it online. 7.6. Okay, the other thing is this doesn't have cross-grid discharging. So I want to have the cross-grid discharging. I'm going to put something over here. I'm going to get the gravity storage because it's the cheapest, which is this one right here. And I'm going to build it over here. I am going to build another one. And I will build it over here. So obviously, these islands are not going to be used for storage units. They're just going to be used for the cross-grid discharging. And you want to build as many as you can fit on all these neighboring islands. And they have to be relatively close. I'm sure that the distance is going to be fine because of the way my system is set up. But you want it to be close enough to your main unit that you'll be able to sell. I'm going to take a preliminary look. You see, I could get 98,000 for this electricity instead of the 14,000 because the price is so low on that island. So I have to build on these other islands, and it has to be in a grid that I own. I'm going to build around 3 more. I'm going to put one over here. I usually put it in the corner so that I know that that one is something that I'm not going to use. It's just there to to earn more money. The other storage units, I'll place them elsewhere on the island. So it looks like I've got one on every grid. We'll see if it impacts the price. I believe it was 98,000. Now it says 15. Got one over here, 101, 104. So it looks like I'm going to get better pricing now. I do have enough money that I could buy more windmills. I'm going to go to wind power. And I understand that it is a lot of money, but eventually it'll pay itself back. And I do make a lot of money, so I'll be fine. Going to put the transformer near the storage unit, which is the yellow one. And then the windmills, it really doesn't matter where you put them. You click on the grid, then you hit place, you click on the grid, and then confirm. Turn it on, 7,600. And that's not the maximum. The maximum obviously can go a lot higher. So this here is the first one that I placed. I'm going to see if there's any historical information. It looks like there isn't because it is relatively new. They are going to eventually fill this up. It says it's going to take 2 days. So eventually I'm going to have to put another storage unit because 2 days is actually going to fill up very quickly. Looks like I can put down another wind farm. That one's out of stock, so I have no choice but to put down this bigger one here. So you can see that you can place this transformer in a grid subsection that has another windmill. 10,000, that's pretty good. It did connect to the wrong storage unit. So I have to turn it off, reconnect. You see over here it says 5 gigawatts above the green button. I want the 5 gigawatts. Now it's only going to be done in 1 day. 1 day is faster than 2 days. So therefore, I will have to check back tomorrow in order to sell what I have. I don't have enough money to buy another windmill, which means I'm going to have to sell off some of my energy. There's nothing that's full right now, so I'm going to have to come back tomorrow. And then the other thing I want to do is check my fuel. 375 is too expensive. I won't make any money. 235 is below the halfway point, but it's still kind of up there. And 67 for the quotas is too high. I'm going to check what I got over here and here. I'm going to refuel with what I have. If you want cheap oil, you can use your vessels to do it. Over here it says 60 plants, 32 producing. I'm going to hit bring online, and now it says 33 producing. You can use these ships in order to get oil. Not a lot of oil. It's only 5,000 barrels. But it's oil you don't have to buy. Over here, you increase the scan radius. You don't have to make it that big, but I guess I don't care. I don't remember whether you make it big or half size. I really don't remember. There was a strategy to it. You can see over here, I've got a lot of it already drilled or scanned. Which means I might not come back to this location again. I can do the big circle. This is a much larger drilling area. And then I've got one more vessel. I could buy a fifth vessel. I could buy one of the larger vessels if I wanted. Oh, wow, look at this. So if I go to build, go to drilling, it's $1 billion to buy the large one. Right now I have 4 of the small ones. They don't make any money. It's going to take, like, if you played every day, it would take a year to break even. So I've got 32 million, and it's going to be 10 minutes before I see a change in price. That's going to be it for today. There's really nothing that I can do. It is true that if something has a high value, sometimes you want to sell it before it's full. But I can see over here the highest I have is 2,800. That is in every grid. I've got a storage unit in every grid. That means that that's the best I'm going to get. It's not a good time to sell right now. And the last thing to do is see if there's anything in the auctions. Really don't know where the auctions are now. Haven't used them in a long time. Well, there's a lot of property available. So you go and place a bid, just do the minimum. I'm easily going to win something. I've never seen so many. There must not be a lot of players on right now. Normally I see like two or three. I'll probably win most of these. If other players were playing, they would have gone in and put bids in. You can only have 5 active auctions. I've got more than 5 active auctions. I've got 8 active auctions. So obviously it's time related. And what I'm going to have to do is come back later when the other auctions expire. And that also means that if there's a lot of auctions available, you're going to want to take something that expires soon instead of locking up an auction for a long period of time. And it looks like there's one available down here. You'll notice it says units on grid 4,153. That means that there's potentially another 1,000 players with units on that grid if they had an average of 4 per player. So there's 5 active and then 3 being processed. Okay, that's it for today's video. We're going to come back another day when I got more cash to see how everything's working out here in the Caribbean. It looks like this is where the Bahamas are. This is obviously Cuba over here. So this is going to be, this looks like Puerto Rico is definitely on the right, and in the middle is Haiti and the Dominican Republic. This is going to be the Bahamas and Bermuda, as far as I know, or is one of them out? Yeah, maybe this is Bermuda. Not sure. Okay, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to go to cheapbooks.com to search for books and textbooks. Tell your favorite book lover that they should go to cheapbooks.com, and you can search thousands of bookstores around the world. 85 million books. There's actually more than 85 million. And if you have any questions or comments, please post below.